Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is Thankful Tuesday. So let's get this shared out and get our P's in here and have some gratitude flowing. Good morning, Deirdre. I was just getting ready to send this out to you, but now I don't have to because you're here. So good morning, good morning. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I know where it's at. Yep, there it is. We got two people now. Catherine Kovacs. Good morning, sweet Catherine. So let me share it and asking people to do the same thing. When you come in, hit the share button. It's right underneath the video, and you can share to your story, to a page, to your timeline, to a group. So I'm taking just a moment to do that. All right. Let's get busy. Let's do some gratitude. What do you say? Put it up here and give me one thing. That's all I ask for. One thing that you're grateful for. Because when we look at one thing in our life to be grateful for, so many other things start popping up. And so that one thing is like uh, what do you call that? That first domino that when you push it over, all the other dominoes start falling down. So be the domino this morning and give me one thing. Oh, grateful for your Netflix angel. I love you, Deirdre. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Very first thing in the morning, this is what I love to do after I say, God, I'm so grateful for another day alive, another day to be on this planet to make a difference. And then share some gratitude, share some love. And the way we do that is touching the heart center, because that brings our focus right there. Slow down the breathing. When you slow down the breathing, everything slows down. Your mindset, your thoughts, your body, everything becomes so still. And you can actually go into that space between the thoughts, that beautiful energy that takes you to the divine. And then the third part is to say something so beautiful, like I love you, I am grateful. Maybe you just want to have an image in your mind. It might be a person, an animal, a sunset or a sunrise, a mountain range. Just hold that thought. And when you do that, you can't help but smile. So put that smile on your face. Marietta says it is spirit magnifying, incredible, loving energy. So don't forget the smile. It's so important. When we smile on the outside, we are smiling on the inside. And I'm smiling at looking at all of you. Catherine, your birthday is on Thursday, and you're going to celebrate all week. Well, happy birthday all week, Catherine. I'm so glad you're here and that you're sharing with us, and hope you're doing well, my friend. Sally De La Rosa and Tony De La Rosa, thank you for being here this morning. So good to see you. And Catherine DeSanti, good morning, good morning. We're getting the message. If there's somebody you want to see this morning, what do? You say their name. And you do that by typing it in, right? Or sending them a message and letting them know that you want them in here, front and center, communicating with us what's going on. This is our check-in time. This is the time when we say, I'm okay, or hey, you know what? I'm not so okay, but I will be with your love. And that's what we do. We love each other through whatever is going on. There's a favorite song of mine. Um, it's called I'll Love You Through It. You may be familiar with it. And it was written, I think is it Martina McBride that sings it? but it's a favorite song among people who have gone through a huge fire, especially like a cancer journey, and the loved ones that stand beside them and love them through every moment of what's happening. I had that special friend when I went through breast cancer in 2019, and she wouldn't leave my side. She took care of me. She took me into her home after the surgeries, and just really helped me every step of the way because she'd been there. So she knew what was needed. She knew that it was that love and understanding. And that's what we have to offer anyone that comes in to this special sacred place of ours, this angelic river family that we are. We love you through whatever you're going through. Andrea Craig, good morning to you. And thank you, Deirdre, for sharing our 10 million for world peace link. We do it every day at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time. And today we have a special meditation by Dr. Ruth Anderson of Enlightened World Network. So please come and support her as she leads us into a place of peace. Good morning, Oksana. Happy Tuesday to you as well. Oh, we are always manifesting miracles. We absolutely are. And who else? Annie Seven, our Annie Banani and Grayson. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm so glad you found us, Sally. Yeah, I stopped broadcasting it on my timeline because I couldn't see any of your comments. I don't know what happened, what button got pushed, but Restream would not show me. Oh, I forgot to put the chat up, didn't I? Restream would not show me the chat from my timeline, so I just go on the page now. It's Angel Speakers, Teri Angel, if you want to share that with anyone. Brookie has arrived. Good morning, Brooke and Dylan and Sweet Max. Kathy Hand is here. Catherine DeSanti. Look at the Kathys coming in. Oh, so love you, Catherine DeSanti. Thank you for being here. Grateful for you as well. Prachetta and Prachir and Goofy have arrived. All right, so let me read the angel message that they gave, which I really needed to hear. It's called Uncomplicated. Confucius says, life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. I cannot tell you how many times the angels have reinforced this same message to me. Every time they say it, it brings to mind times when I looked at something as impossible or even thought that a task was hard. It is in letting go that miracles happen. It's when we don't assign a label to something that it just becomes a part of our experience with ease and grace. Even when they told me about the Peace on Earth tour, my thoughts immediately went to the how and thinking about all the obstacles of doing it. Dear angels, as I complete year 3 of this amazing journey, I no longer look at it as difficult, but as a blessing. Every time I get behind the wheel to go to another destination, even the unknown ones, a smile happens because I now see it as an opportunity to spread God's love and bring peace into the world. Thank you for trusting me with this assignment. Thank you for the loving support of our beautiful P's for Peace as they are with me every step of the way. Dear ones, when something is in alignment with your divine plan, nothing can stand in your way. Your mindset will be the only obstacle as the why, how, and when are already in place. Stop trying to figure it all out. That part has already been done. Your willingness to go down the path with an open heart is the only missing ingredient. Go inside, dear ones, and search your heart. Find that spark that lights your torch as you shine it out into the darkness. You matter. What you have to offer from your life experience, combined with faith and trust in your heart, and the support from your Creator, will move mountains. What mountain will you tackle today? Dear angels, today I promise to see mountains as road bumps as I move forward on my journey. So, the angels have asked us a question today. What mountain are you ready to tackle? In life, we get the messages from the divine. We hear what our path is. We hear what the divine plan is. The only obstacle, as they said, is our mindset. If we hear something and we say, oh, that's going to be too hard, I can't. You ever said that word? I can't do that. I can't go there. I don't have the blank or the blank or the blank, whatever is needed to perform that task. I have. I'll raise my hand. Many times I have looked at the angels and said, you have got to be kidding me. You want me to do what? And that was kind of the deer in the headlights look that I gave them when they told me to release everything I owned and to hit the road. And I'm like, you want me to do what? Now, during this pandemic? Don't you know what's going on here? Haven't you heard the news, or don't you watch what's happening on our earth? You know, we're all locked down. We're all told to stay in place and not move and not be around people. And they just laughed. Because, it's like that old saying, when I make a plan and God laughs. So it's like, yeah, if we get in sync with God's plan, with our divine plan for our life, then we can laugh with God. We can laugh at whatever silly obstacle we think is going to be there for us, whatever we look at as a mountain, and it's really just a speed bump. It's really just something that is so easily maneuvered and gotten past. And when we climb that mountain and we get to the top, then we understand. We get it. We're like, oh, it was so easy. It was there all along for us. We just tended to put up the roadblocks and the stop signs and uh, go into it with fear and trembling instead of going into it with excitement. And that's what I do. Today is the first day of year 4 of the Peace on Earth tour. Can you believe that? We're going into year 4, and I am so excited to see what we are going to do this year. I think it's going to be amazing. I really do. I think this is going to be one of the most amazing years on this journey. And there's been some pretty amazing ones already. Look at all we've accomplished in 3 years. Just look at all the land blessings, the water blessings, the retreats, the get-togethers. Don't you think it's been amazing? Because I do. Sitting from my viewpoint of the driver's seat in that angel mobile, I still have to pinch myself sometimes and say, is this real? Is this really happening? Am I going to wake up tomorrow and it was all a dream? Well, life is a dream anyway, but you know what I mean. It really did happen. All of those connections that have been made with all of you that are here. Almost every one of you, I can look at your name and I know your face. I know your voice. I know your hugs. I know what it feels like to be with you in person and to co-create with you. Oh, is Hope in the house? I don't see her. Good morning, Leo. Thank you for being here, Leo. And Hope, if you are here, I don't see any message from you, but welcome, welcome to Hope and Zena. So, I don't see anybody answering the question. Anybody have an answer? Or maybe you're just still thinking about it and in shock because the answers are saying, what mountain will you tackle today? And that can be kind of intimidating, can't it? So what roadblock will you tackle today? You can look at it that way. Oh, there you are, sweet Hope. Thank you for being here. I was just thinking about you earlier today. Yeah, I've been up for a little bit. so I've had time to think about the peas and what's going on in the world. And I don't see Julie. There she is. Good morning, Julie Kiss. So for those of you just coming in, the message from the angels last night was having us look at things that seem like they're so impossible that it's not something we can easily do, right? Can't easily move a mountain. So their question to all of us, I'm included, their question is, what mountain will you tackle today in your life? What is it that seems so monumental that you just have that tendency to say, I can't do that. I can't go there. I can't handle that in my life. That's impossible. Anybody ever use that word? It's impossible to do that. Well, it, to me, seemed like it was impossible that I would be traveling across the country by myself. But I've gone back and forth 3 times now. It's not impossible. Whatever is in our divine plan is there for us. And it's up to us then to say, okay, I'm in, I'm all in, which is what I said, I'm all in. Let's go, let's do this after that initial shock. And it's up to us. Are we going to tackle that mountain? Are we going to go where spirit guides us? Or are we going to sit back and miss out on so many blessings? Just imagine 3 years ago when the angels told me to do this, if I'd said, I'm not feeling it, angels. I don't think so because it's too hard and it's not the right time and there's so many obstacles. If I'd said that, I would not have met all of you. I would not have had the blessing of being there in your presence and co-creating with you. Kathy Hand, what's your message? You are much like Jesus' apostles who were told to leave their possessions and homes behind and follow him and spread God's word. It's exactly what I was told to do, to get rid of everything. And I didn't know even how to start doing that. It's not that I had a lot of things, but I did have a home, an apartment, and I had stuff. We all have stuff. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get rid of all of this stuff? I tried selling it. That didn't work. I was going to give it away. And once I made that choice of, okay, I'm just going to release it and let it go to whoever will come and take it away, that's when everything went out of my home. Everything. Nothing was left. And it was so beautiful to watch that happen, to just be the observer that once we let go of something in our life that we think we have to have, I have to have that couch. I have to have that painting that somebody gave me. Whatever it is, when we say, okay, I can live without that. I can go do this journey. It's so easy. It just falls into place. Sally, business meetings, absolutely that counts. That's a mountain sometimes, isn't it? We don't like taking care of that part of life because it's sometimes not so much fun. But yeah, it's definitely a mountain, and I know you're going to tackle it. Deirdre, I don't have a mountain. I'm flowing down the stream of ease and love. Good for you, Deirdre. I love this new Deirdre. I look at the before Deirdre and the after Deirdre, and I know that you have had such a life change over this last, I don't know, what's it been, a year or so now that I've seen a real difference in you, and I love it. I just love the mindset because that's what gets you down that stream, and you don't need the oars. Good morning, Charlie. Thank you for being here. All right, well, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all this madness today. And let's see if she has a little message to give us to inspire and guide. And Looks like that's the one. Love your body and live your dreams. Oh, yeah. I want you to experience all that life has to offer. I want you to see your dreams coming alive in the world. When you love the sacred soul animal of your body as I love you, then you will manifest all that is divinely meant for you and thrive. I love this. And what a beautiful image to just float. Just be in that energy. Oops, not upside down, but although that might be fun. We can float upside down. I don't know what that would feel like, but um, yeah, whatever you do, just do it with ease and grace. Don't go into it with an I can't mindset or an I can't attitude, because it's going to get your head hurt when you bump up against that mountain, right? But if you know that that mountain is like a nothing in your way, then you can jump over it with ease and grace. I love you, Deirdre. Can I repeat that? Sure. Love your body and live your dreams. I want you to experience all that life has to offer. I want you to see your dreams coming alive in the world. When you love the sacred soul animal of your body, as I love you, then you will manifest all that is divinely meant for you and thrive. Now, who was it that asked about manifesting? It was Oksana. Yes, we manifest every day. Now, what we manifest, that's the story, right? That's what we don't have to figure it out, but that's what we allow to take place when we go into this kind of mindset, loving everything about our journey. And so many times we don't love our body. I can attest to that. I have never loved my body until I figured out that this is the sacred vessel that I chose. This is what I chose to show up as in the world. The sacred vessel that contains the spirit inside of me. And then I can say, yes, I love my body. Not in the way the world likes to look at bodies and love them, but loving it as a means of reaching whatever it is that needs to be experienced in this life. I've lived in this body for 70 years now. I know it quite well, and it's been through a lot. It's been through a lot of changes, a lot of struggles and challenges. And, there were times when I didn't honor it. There were times when, I developed bad habits. Yes, I did. And there were times when I just kind of ignored it and didn't take care of it. But now it's so totally different because I don't see it as something to just show up in the world as I am not this body. This body is just the vessel I'm using. So honoring our body, like Kuan Yin says, love your body, experience it. We are the sacred soul animal, this body that we are in. And what a delight to be able to use it for this long. I know there's some of you that are the same age or older, and there's some of you that are younger. But ever how much time we spend in our vessel, make it sacred. Make it something that you can be proud that you took care of, that you honored, and you didn't just ignore and leave it to whatever happens with it, but you actually take care of it. You feed it, you bathe it, you exercise it, whatever is needed. to keep it going as you're using it. So, yeah, I love my body. And that's in a spiritual way. So, good morning, sweet Isabel. Y'all are kind of quiet this morning, and I only, except for a couple, I haven't heard of anyone sharing what mountain you are going to tackle today. What challenge is coming up or has been there in your mind? You know, for many, that mountain is something that maybe you've had a thought, an urge, a nudge that you're supposed to do something and you put it off and you've said, I'm not ready for that. I can't do that yet. Maybe I need a little more experience in that. Maybe I need some teaching. Maybe I need, and that is the resistance. That is what they're talking about. That all we have to do is show up. I didn't have experience of driving the country. I didn't have experience at land blessings. I knew instinctively, innately, what to do because of their guidance. And that's the way it is with everything that we accomplish in life. We show up and they put all of that inspiration, the inspired thoughts, the words, the whatever is needed to get it done, they help us in that way. All we are is the vessel. All we are is the one showing up with shovel in hand and saying, show me what to do, teach me what to do. I remember the very first land blessing that took place. It was in Tennessee. Hopefully I'm going to get to visit it when I go there next month. But we just show up. And then that land blessing, I had no idea what words to say. I had no idea what I was looking for. But they showed me from the very first one what it was that were signs. There were signs of hearts. Carrie, Klingon Butcher, was with me. She found a heart-shaped stone and she held it up to the camera. I have a picture of that. There were children present. There were peace signs everywhere. The trees just came together and made that symbol of peace that we know so well. Everything was shown to me from the get-go, from that very first one. I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. But it was one of the most beautiful land blessings that have taken place on this journey. And everyone that happened after that, they would show the signs. They would show exactly where we were supposed to be, what was to be said, the stones to be used. Going into Kentucky, the second land blessing, I had in my bag of stones an amethyst in the shape of the state of Kentucky. Now, could I have planned that? No, there was no way. When I got that stone, ever how many years ago, there was no way I would know what it was going to be used for. But they did. The angels are with us every moment, and they help us through every experience of life. When you think you may be choosing a stone because it looks pretty and you like it, there's usually a reason for you to have that stone or cross or whatever obstacle it is that you are guided to get. Sally, business is mine to get and moving in the right direction again. Well, we're going to be with you as you have that meeting today, Sally. All of us standing by you and all the angels right there with you to guide the meeting and guide the words. Kathy, I tackle just getting myself to work each day. Yeah, that can be a mountain to take that journey that you know that this isn't your forever thing, but it is your now thing that has to happen for you to have a roof over your head and food on the table and gas in the car. I get that. But it can be something that we look at as huge or as a challenge. Hello, Shiraz. Thank you for joining us today. And you're very disturbed because you have so many people that you know that suddenly are passing away. I just went through that experience, Shiraz, and I've lost many friends over this last year. And it's not easy. It's not easy to have that space where there was someone that we could speak to, hold, sit with, experience life with. But you've got this, and we've got you. You're in the right place. Okay, my voice all of a sudden took a dive. I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, thank you for being here, Shiraz. You're exactly where you need to be this morning. All right, let's do a message from the angels before we do our prayer time. The tiny book of angel messages. And I had a meeting with someone yesterday, someone I've known for 8 years now, I think. And Marbeth and I are going to be on his podcast on Monday at 11 o'clock Eastern. So I hope you all can catch that. His name is Ken, and he wants to help me put together a Peace on Earth tour book with many of you in it that I've met along the way, and stories of what we have done together, stories of the land blessings, and pictures, lots and lots and lots of pictures. So that's something that is out there now in the works that will become a reality. We're going to have this Peace on Earth tour book, you guys. I just love the idea, and its time has come. And okay, part of, I don't see the message there, Kathy. Oh, the business. Yes, I think you are a part of that business, Kathy Hand. Thank you. Thank you, Hope. Oh my gosh, I just love your all's compassion and your love. Yeah, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it was like, yeah, you can't talk right now. So I don't know what message was trying to be held back, but I got it out because I think you all needed to hear that, yes, there are things in the works, things to get this message out further into the world. Bricky says, all right, I have been busy finding Max a bottle and I have a lot of thoughts. First, I will be starting a new landscaping gig that is a bit overwhelming, but I'm sure it will flow once I take the first steps. I am sure it will, Brookie. I know it will, because you're an amazing landscaper and you love the earth. And that's what it takes, is that desire and that love. Leo says, Teri, you need to do a Netflix documentary about the Peace on Earth tour. They are always buying stories from real people to make TV shows. That would be so awesome. I don't know how I would even start that. Well, you know what? What's this message all about today? You don't have to know the how. You don't have to know the why. You don't have to know the when. You just have to show up, right? And Brookie says, next, can Charlie have a barbecue for everyone next spring or summer? And we will totally come. We'll see if we can make that happen, Brookie. That would be awesome. And Shiraz says, please put Mom Sharu Desai in your healing. We certainly will. We are missing our grid keepers. I know Blue's got a lot of connection issues going on, but I'll make sure she gets that name to put in her grid. And is our Auntie Jean here? I can't remember seeing her, that little minion. But we have 2 grid keepers that put all the names into the grid, the Reiki grid, and send energy to them every day. So we will definitely put that in the grid and on the prayer list, Shiraz. Thank you for bringing it to us. And Leo says, maybe include the human trafficking cause. Yes, save someone's child. I want you all to start saying that and using that name, because that's what we're naming this project. Save someone's child. And let's get it out there so that it starts becoming a buzzword. And when we put it on a document like a poster or a postcard or whatever we're handing out, a flyer, that it's more familiar, because when people see it, they'll know what it's all about. Just do it. Oh, hope I love you. Okay, I'll say yes. And Brookie says, third, amazing the progress of this awesome tour. You are so incredible. No, I'm just showing up. I'm just being present and allowing. And we're all doing this, all of us. I'm just in that driver's seat at the moment, pushing the gas pedal. Oh, and Max has his 6 months appointment tonight. He is growing so fast, though it's a bit heartbreaking. I know, isn't it, to watch them grow and they're not that teeny tiny little baby anymore? All right, I didn't hear a number. You know what? I'm just going to open it. I'm just going to open the book and see what comes out. And Sally says, yes, the lady I received my training from for my gifts, Echo Lee Bodine, just got a TV deal for a weekly show. You could do it, Teri. Yeah, we definitely could. And there you go. Thank you, Shiraz. Save someone's child. And I think I saw maybe Deirdre type that in. Yes. Save someone's child 2024. Look for it, because it's coming. He's hitting buttons for you. So awesome to see him growing and coming into his own independence. Oh, I know. It's amazing to watch a human grow, isn't it? From the very beginning. I love little Max so much. All right, so I just opened a page, you guys, and let's see what comes out. Ooh. Guess what? It's short and sweet and powerful. It says, it is your time to shine now. We are placing a crown on your head. Wear it well. Well, there you go. Okay, whatever comes forth from this conversation this morning and from our lips to God, as some people like to say, we'll put it out there to the universe that whatever happens, happens. But this message needs to get out far and wide by whatever means we can use to get the message out there and to let others know that, there are things happening in the world that are good. There are people who care about this planet. There are people who care about all the inhabitants of the planet, the people, the animals, the nature that's here, our beautiful trees and plants, the waterways. People need to know that there's hope. They need to be inspired by the actions that we are taking. We've been doing this for 3 years. That's 1,095 days. That's a lot of days. And that's a lot of ground that we have covered, coast to coast, 50,000 miles in 3 years, to bring peace into a community, to go in somewhere and say, I bless this area. When we were at Lake Michigan recently, and we were looking for that place to do a land blessing, we kept getting turned away. It was like, no, that's not the spot. No, that's not the spot. I thought we found a spot, and no, that one's too dangerous to go into because it was full of ticks. So we found, I think, the perfect spot. And that's the thing. If we stop trying to guide it, that spot will show up. It will be exactly where it needs to be. And it was amazing because it was right at the entrance to one of the trails that leads down to the beach there at the lake. And so how many people will be going by that one spot and passing through that energy that we put there. We blessed it. We placed a stone. We placed, I think we put, was it a rock that we put there? There was something that we left that had peace on it. I think it was a rock. And yeah, every bit of the journey has been like that. Everywhere we go, just allowing spirit to lead and to guide it. And Sally said the rock was still there the last time we went. Yay! And I have made so many Peace on Earth Tour rocks now from what I gathered there on the beach. I gathered a lot of stones that day when we went to Lake Michigan. And I'm painting on them Peace on Earth Tour and then the website so they can go there and see what it's all about. So we're spreading that message far and wide. Everywhere that Angel Mobile goes, the message of peace is going. And now the message that we can do something to save someone's child, to help those who just are unable to use their own voice to speak up. Let's do our prayer time before we run out of time today, because I've got a busy day ahead of me. Sherry and Dan are on their way home, so travel prayers for them, please. They should be here today. They should arrive, and I'll get to give both of them a big hug and let them see their jungle out back. Their plants have just taken on an energy of their own and have thrived. I did take some pictures, took a short video yesterday that I'm going to add some words to and put that up on YouTube and TikTok and probably on Facebook. I'll share it with all of you. And there's our daily prayer from our Deirdre. Thank you for that. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace and attention and making a dent in human trafficking. We can do this. Catherine DeSanti, prayers for answers. Absolutely, darling, we got you. We're holding you. Anyone else, just put your prayers in the comments and let's go into our hearts, knowing that this message from the angels today is so huge. It really is about trust. It's about holding faith in our heart and letting go. I've had a hard time in my life of letting go. There's been times when I knew that if I got to the edge of that cliff and I just decided that I could free float, that I would, but I could never take that leap because my fear of heights would hold me back, or my fear of whatever, failing, being made fun of. Those were the things that held me back from jumping off the cliff, and I'm talking literally here. Yeah, there were so many things that held me back, and most of it was based around fear. Fear of what might happen, fear of what might not happen. So it's the letting go. That's the part that sometimes is missing when we hear that nudge to do it, and we come up with every excuse in the world. No, I can't. The time's not right. I can't do this by myself. I need help. All of those things that we think, but those are all our own doing. Those are us, our human ego that's telling us to be afraid, be very afraid. Remember the show Step Away from the Vehicle? Danger, danger, Will Robinson. And there's been so many times in my life that I have said that out loud. Danger, danger, step away. And I wouldn't go near what would have been one of the biggest blessings of my life. So it's in the letting go, in just trusting, just saying our yes. How many times have you wanted to say it? How many times? Just think about that. How many times in your life have you wanted to just say yes? No matter what happens, no matter how it turns out, I'm going to say my yes. I'm going to go into it with my eyes wide open and no filters, no stopping to test the water. Just go into that water and allow whatever happens. That's right, Catherine DeSanti. Letting go and trusting. Yes. Say your yes. If that's you, if you're hearing this message and you have wanted for so long to let that yes out of you with no filters, with the unknown, not knowing what might happen, if you're ready to just trust and have that faith that everything is working perfectly, that there is a divine plan, that there's a means for you to get from point A to point B with ease and grace, say your yes. I would love to see yeses today, that you're ready to open up, you're ready to accept whatever it is that's there for you. Good morning, Joanne Castrillo. Prayers for my family, lots of emotions. Siblings are all angry with each other for one thing or another. Lots of indifference with one another. Yeah, I can relate to that. I have some of that in my own biological family. Catherine, and staying in the moment with gratitude. Yeah. And Marietta, good morning. Thank you for being with us, reminding us to call on AAA, accept, align, allow. Spirit will always be our guide, always. We're the ones that put the block up. We're the ones that see things as mountains instead of a roadblock. And I have a meme I'll put up later today, and that was the promise. I forgot to put that up on the screen for you. The promise is, today I promise to see mountains as road bumps as I move forward on my journey. So let me add that in to the comments. Here we go. And I see some yeses. I love it. Catherine DeSante, yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. So let's just take a moment to breathe into our heart. Just breathe. Whatever's coming up for you right now, as you have listened in this morning to the message from the angels, the message from Kuan Yin, the message from my heart that I've shared with you, just examine your heart. That's what the angels say for us to do. Examine the heart. See what's there. Is there fear in your heart? Is there a fear of failure, a fear of what might happen if you say yes? I'm more afraid now of saying no than I am of saying yes, because I don't want to miss out on the blessings. So examine your heart, breathe in, and see if there's a yes inside of you. See if there is something there that maybe you've been nudged with for so many years, or maybe it's just now showing up and you're hearing the words from Spirit to do or to say or to be. Just listen to your heart. It's not hard, but it does take a focus. And when you're still and quiet, just ask, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this message I'm receiving? What am I supposed to do with this nudge that you're giving me to step forward or to float downstream instead of fighting to go back upstream? What am I supposed to do with this obstacle that I see as a mountain, impossible to climb or go through or go around? What am I supposed to do with this? That's the question for you to put forth right now to Spirit. And go in your heart and receive your answer with ease and grace, accepting, aligning, allowing every step of the way, having the faith necessary, the trust, the belief that you are guided, that there is a power that's greater than anything we could even imagine. Just feel it. Allow it. Let's just take a moment to do that. Some have an issue with silence. Silence can be uncomfortable. But silence is what's necessary if you really want to hear. So let's take just a moment of silence and reach inside your heart. Ask for guidance. What am I supposed to do? Now, maybe you heard an answer, maybe you didn't. It's all perfect, whichever way it happens. But at least you've opened the door. You can't get through the door unless you open it. And sometimes the only way to get to the other side of something is to go through it. Let's all focus right now on moving forward, being guided in each moment as we move forward, going into a new year of this beautiful ministry that we have in front of us. We lift up the journey, lift up every place that's already laid out for us to be along the way to bring peace into. All the people that will be contacted, all the people that will reach out to say, I want peace. I want peace in my part of the world. Can we do that here? Can we bless this area that I live in? And let's bless all of the inhabitants of our wonderful, amazing country and all countries and nations around the world. Praying for world peace. Calling in that energy to create a shift in our world leaders, our country leaders, our local people who are making decisions for us as we do our day-to-day living. That's what we're doing. That's one of our missions. We also have this beautiful family that we love, and all of those prayers that you have brought forth to us for blessings of loved ones or places on the earth. So let's focus on that right now, lifting up all the prayers, seeing each one as important, seeing each one as equal. Nobody left out. Everyone is included in these prayers. We bring them forward and lift them up to Spirit, and we let go. That very important message of the day is to carry the burden to the Creator and then let it go. And just allow and have the faith that we know it's being seen and heard, acknowledged, and answered for the best and highest good of all. And now let's love on each other. We love on each other every day. It's what we do. It's the family that we are. So I'll put it up on the screen, but you know the words to say. They're so simple. It's just love and gratitude and seeing each other, seeing the love that's in you as the same spirit love that's in me. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate each and every one of you that are here today and every day when you keep coming back and you keep loving on each other. I love the love that is shown here. That's how we are. That's how we grow. So thank you. And y'all are fast on the trigger this morning. So let me get to the first one, which was Sally and Tony. And we are going to ask Alexa, play Morning Cuppa Joy.
I couldn't find that on Amazon Music.
Play Cuppa Full of Joy by Gypsy Leo. Alexa, play Cuppa Full of Joy by Gypsy Leo.
Cuppa Full of Joy by Gypsy Leo on Amazon
Finally,
Music.
she got the message. Thank you. I love you all. Sally and Tony, our Deirdre, Shadi, it's time to move. Come on. Every day, yay. Triple A. Peace in the pod. Josie's here. Hi, Josie. Triple A. Thank you. I love you. Namaste, y'all. Hi, sweet Josie. Oh, there we go, Deirdre. Thank you. Calling in that pirate Rick. Never want to leave him out. Every day, without the peace in the pod. Thank you. I love you. Namaste, y'all. Bricky Brook. Except a line allow. Triple A, y'all. Morning Cuppa Full of Joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the Triple A. Morning Cuppa Full of Joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Full of Joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the Triple A. Morning Cuppa Full of Joy with all the peace and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Woo! Thank you, Leo, for that amazing song. I can't wait to see you in just a few more days. I'll be heading out tomorrow toward Florida. So prayers for travel for me, please, as I go see the Florida peeps and spend a few days there. And stay in your hearts. Search your heart some more today. See if you can say yes. I didn't see very many yeses when that question was asked, but see if there's something you can say yes to today. That mountain that you thought was so unclimbable, it's not. It's just a little speed bump, and you can get over it. So say your yes. Love you all so much. And 111 is the next journey today with Dr. Ruth Anderson for 10 million for world peace. Oh, now I see your yeses. Thank you, Brookie. And thank you for the prayers for safe travels. Absolutely. So I'll see you all at 1:11 p.m. 10 million for world peace. I love you. Namaste, y'all.